Hello everybody, it's Justin, and I'm playing Batman. Where are the drugs at? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Even though I want to keep on going because I think it's hilarious. Anyway, I know that I've already posted an episode, but I thought it would be appropriate for its 100th episode too. This was sent to me from a friend of mine, and he's into the prophetic world and knows where to get these articles at. I don't, and I intentionally don't look at the prophetic articles because I don't want it influencing what I'm hearing from God, so I stay away from it. And he sent me this, and this was received in Jerusalem, November 14th, 2017. So I want to read this entire thing to you, and just it's almost kind of a second opinion, not a second opinion, but a second hearing, I guess you could say that. So it's kind of long, so bear with me. It reads as follows. This is what the Lord was saying to this Jewish woman in Israel. Sorry, for an American Jewish sister that spends much time in Israel. That's what she is. So this is what she was saying that the Lord is saying as well. The time is coming, even now it is here, for a great shaking to unfold. I will shake all that seems secure, but which is, in reality, standing upon unsure footings. I will shake hearts, minds, doctrinal beliefs, institutions, governments, and relationships, among many other things. The shaking will be terrifying for many, but not for all. Some will see the shaking as a sign of my love, recognized by those who have been awaiting the movement of my hand against all the wickedness that has infiltrated human hearts and social systems. I will shake from the smallest to the greatest, from the newest to the most ancient. Nothing shall be exempt. Rotten foundations will give away and be exposed when the structures built upon them come crashing down. This shaking will greatly impact This shaking will greatly impact my people, Israel. The machinations of evil one that have placed upon my people during their time of blindness, which was established by me, will fall away. Human arrogance and prideful religious idolatry will be brought low. The delusions which have held power will be so clearly exposed as false that many of my people will flee toward my name and find safety. Those who choose offense and pride, those who refuse to see and to embrace the truth of my sovereignty over their lives will suffer great losses. I will shake and shake them until they have nothing left to cling to except for me and that revelation of my truth. If they still will not relent, if they continue to cling to their rebellion and to their self-made religious idolatry, they will lose their grip and fall. Pray for them to recognize my hand and to celebrate my presence. Pray that their blind eyes will be willing to see and that their offended hearts will open up to the truth of my love. I am ready. Will they be willing? Most assuredly, this severe shaking will also occur in the institution called the church. So many manifestations of this institution have closed the door to my presence, word, and influence. So many have become human constructs of self-glory, control, intellectual pride, and personal fame. Their bankruptcy will become evident in the natural, though they have ignored that reality in the spiritual. What was once solid will become liquid. What was once cold toward me will melt and be washed away. Some will emerge from the great washing to become my true disciples. Those who have been entrapped by these human constructs will suddenly see the realities of my kingdom and joyfully come up out of the flood of walk upon my eternal high ground. Those who hold on to flesh and to idolatry may become my enemy. Brace yourselves, those you in my remnant, who stand upon the rock. While I will cause you to hold fast within the shaking, your heart will be greatly troubled to see the downfall of many and the suffering of multitudes. Trust me in my mercy to do only that which is necessary to gather in those who otherwise would be lost to me without the sorting being accomplished through painful disruptions. My enemy is confident that due to the losses which will come, there will be a great offense raised up against me by my own. The plan set forth by evil is to create massive manipulations of truth, causing many to flee from claiming me as their Lord. He will be surprised to see how many will be found fleeing from his grip by their own choice as they see the power of faith being demonstrated in strength. That power of my kingdom will be seen through the exploit exhibited and by my own during the shaking. Those who will become offended by what I will be doing during this time were not fully with me in the first place. Those who have been aware of their emptiness and had not yet found an answer for fulfilling it will finally see the deliverance and salvation found only in me. It is my will that I would be made known to all people, and so shall it be. Some shall know me for redemption, while others will shun me, only to finally know me as the judge, who declares their eternal destination. Pray for faith to arise in this hour. Pray for the faithful to be even more faithful and sure as they stand against the storms. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be ignorant of what is taking place, or you may be blindsided. Be alert and refuse the distractions. Do not interpret or believe the unfolding events as the newscasters, politicians, false prophets, and prognosticators will report them. Many falsehoods and deceptions are being proposed to deceive. A great apathy toward truth has empowered the evil one to decimate great blindness and deafness in order to deceive. Only that which is pleasing to the ears, eyes, and appetites of the misled multitudes will be embraced as true goodness. Refuse to walk on this path of destruction. Be willing to stand apart and to be rejected. Refuse to be silent, but seek to seed your words of truth into fertile ground. What is currently hard ground will be turned up and turned over by the shakings. Those harvest fields will be moistened by the coming floods and by the tears of the repentant, so that holy seeds can finally take root and grow. I intend to shatter all confident in the arm of the flesh. Those who would pick up the pieces of broken flesh and seek to glue them back together again. Those who would try to splint together that which I have broken apart will suffer great losses for their efforts. As constructs shatter, let them fall to the ground. Do not mourn them of their eventual return. To those who are grieving their loss, they will not return. Announces that the Creator of all has brought these things low. If these wicked things and these seductive delusions were allowed to stand, they would lead many to eternal death. Listen for the rumble of a soon coming war. Even now you can hear it at a distance. Soon it will be at your door. Do not fear, for in this fierce war, the pride of a great enemy will be crushed. Multitudes will be set free. The losses suffered by my people will seem very great, but know that they will be far less than what the enemy intended. Because of my intervention, look beyond the fires of war and through the blinding smoke of destruction. Something holy will be emerging from the rubble. Holy sacrifices made by faithful, well-lived lives will inspire an awakening of the sleepers. Be ready to receive broken ones to restore them to wholeness in me. Even now, take to the walls of intercession and pray for the harvest of souls to be great in the midst of turmoil. You ask me when this war will break out. That's for me alone to know. Just be content that I have given you the warning that is on the horizon and moving forward according to my perfect timing. If you are actively watching and praying, you will observe its advance before the consuming battle is at your feet. You will have time and you will receive instruction from me regarding your movements and responses. I will position you where I need you to be. I will fill your mouth with what you need to say. I will manifest miracles on your behalf, and even through you to display my glory before the face of the doubters. Build yourself up in the truth of my word, of my reality, during this time of waiting. Discipline your flesh to submit to my will, way, and word without compromise and without any delay. Do not mock or gloat over those who will be taken down. Only rejoice that my hand is mighty and I am moving to accomplish my purposes in your world. Brace yourself and look up. Your redemption is not far off. Well, that sounds very familiar to what's been going on here lately. You look back at the old videos and everything, and it's good to, as I always said, confirm these things to the word and also with another believer to see if they are true. So ever since September, this has been the message that the Lord has been showing and revealing, at least in the States. Now, she could be talking about war in Israel, she could be talking about war in America, because she said she's basically from both lands, and God has a tendency to kind of hit you where you visit, or where you stay at the most. So just be aware of those things and go back and listen to this a couple of times. But it's all there, so it's great to hear that another believer verifying these things as well. So the person received that November 14th, and that's about the time where God stopped. He kept on telling me to not yet. So I wonder if he was waiting for this, but even the Lord's saying right now, take heart. I've overcome the world. He said, take heart. So, wow. All right, guys. You can find other ways to support me in the descriptions below. And take heart. He's overcome the world. Loves and hugs. And thank you guys so much for sticking with me all this time. And bye-bye. Thank you once again to my Patreon supporters. It means so much to me. Just look at them. Just look at these people. Just look at it.